Assalamualaikum, Rakyat. Hello, Assalamualaikum. Okay, I off my, yes. Assalamualaikum. Fine. Yeah, fine, Alhamdulillah. Okay, we wait for Azikah to come in. All right, I just finished my 5 kilometer, 6 kilometer jogging today. Right. Yeah, in my my nearby taman, nearby neighborhood. I send my children to school 7. After that, coming back, and then we go and walking for 3 kilometers. My husband went back, then I doing my jogging for 2 kilometers. Yeah, okay, okay, all right. All right. Assalamualaikum, Azika. All right. We're going to do, right, I want to make sure that we want to discuss what we want to know how to go about, and then want to make sure that actually what you're doing is at par and what we are discussing before. And as well as we're going to do with that because of the, what's the problem that we're going to face, how much time that you have, something like that, right? Okay, when actually you supposed to submit your dissertation? You know, 25 of July. So now it's about 2 months. The what? The last what? To be sent to us. Oh, 25th. So when do you have to submit? 2 weeks after, right? Do you have a date when you have to submit to Miss? Okay, okay. Let me have a look. I think I have a date. Hold on. Let's work on based on that. Then you can have a better timing. Hold on. Let me see. All right. Oh, demo already. Super. Okay. Feedback. Super panel. Let me see on the CCS 599. CCS 599. I don't know whether do you have any date with you or not? Can you show that one? Only have panel, but all right. Yeah, okay, okay, right. Okay, so you see, okay, can make it big, make it smaller. They can see. Okay, submit it. Okay, turning in 8 August. See, okay. Supervisor approval is 1st August. Upload so okay, e-learning 25th. Because they want to know that we give us about 2 weeks or 1 week supervisor approval. So means that actually it's 1st August lah. Because usually if or now if you say we have discussion, right? So it means that the online upload whatever soft copy is not. I mean we don't have to worry about that date. So supervisor approval is 1st August, and then submitting a week after. So 8 August. Alright. So actually you submit 8 August. 8 August, right? So about 2 months, 2 months, about 2 months lah now, more a little bit more 2 months, right? So and that's the way that okay, how we're going to go about? Okay, maybe you have do you have something in a timeline that actually you have something what you're going to do now? Do you have something like list of what you're supposed to do? Do you have that or not? No, no, no. No, 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 no. I think that's why I think you're going to be that's why you have to plan well in such a way that you have to target what is supposed to be done. Okay, because if you're not plan well, you cannot finish on time. I know you're focusing on chapter 2, but I'm afraid that you don't focus too much and too long at the chapter 2 because I'm afraid that you don't have enough time for the experiment. Okay, so we have to do some kind of the hitting a little bit here and there. You cannot expect you finish one after you finish then you move on. You don't have time. Okay, so let me open up something here. Let's come up with something, right? Okay. Can you share the whatever just now via the WhatsApp group? The timeline just now. Can you share? Right, you share via the WhatsApp group. Okay. Then I would like to do something on the planning. Okay, you send via the WhatsApp group, right? You already send? Okay, you already send, right? Not yet. Can you send? Can you send the timeline just now via the group? Okay, you send now. Because I want to plan. Mm-hmm. I see. Okay, fine. Who's that guy? What's his name? I see. Oh, I see. Never mind. Don't. Okay, let's plan first. Okay, you already give to us? Not yet. Can you share your timeline? Please share your timeline now, and then I will do some kind of planning. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you. I will receive already. Adana. So in a way that change timeline here. All right. So I will take over, and then we discuss about this matter. How to go about. Right. Let me share the screen now. Okay, we would like to discuss about that one. Hold on. So it means that there's the one here, blank one, and this is the timeline here. So, and then I will just go side by side and see whether what is supposed to be done here. All right. So let's see. Then we can see what actually the step is supposed to do. Okay. So now let's describe. If you don't go this way, you cannot, you don't know, what actually you're supposed to do. I mean, in the way within timeline like this. All right. So now you see that few things actually we have to go with the submission. Submission 8 August. Upload is 8 August, right? So this is the one that we have to know. Okay, this is the one that actually upload. This is 8 August. Okay, and then but somehow that you have to give to me. Somehow the supervisor, okay, benefit, but never mind. This one doesn't matter. You just upload, but you still can do some correction. You still can do some correction during this time. Because this is my approval later on. Okay, my approval is the 1st August. Right, sorry, my 1st August. Yeah, I just want to plan. Then because that's the way that I work. Usually I plan and then after that you can see better. Okay, all right. Now, prior to this one, okay, now is this, today is 3rd June. Okay, today is my husband's birthday. All right. My birthday is June 6. Today my husband. What me? No, my husband's birthday today. My birthday is next Monday, 6th of June. Right. Okay. Never mind, just telling you. Anyway, and then 6th June is holiday, right? So the whole Malaysia is celebrating my birthday. Alright, okay. So now we're talking about now today here. Can we list what we're supposed to do? Okay. We list what we're supposed to do and then we can see better that what actually plan better, right? So that's why we need to go something like that. Right. So usually, from here you can see better and you can usually if I see this and then I become better like calmer, right? Okay, item number one, right? Okay, that date, let's say. Okay, just put first what we're supposed to do. Number one, Number one, okay, can you just see what you want to do, what you're doing now? Wait, what chapter 2 actually you finished? No, just say a little bit what actually you're doing. Just share, just few things, what actually you're doing. Okay, what else do you do in the chapter 2? Because I want to know first what are you doing. Related work on what? Okay, you said related work, on what? On what? Okay, you can, right, you can show them. Make it this way. Yeah, I understand. I want to see big picture first. Do you have time table of content? No, usually if I want to see this, I want to see table of content flow. Then I can see. I don't want to see details yet at this point. Okay, but anyway, because from there then I can see what is that all about. Okay, so related works to now we're talking about 2.2 approaches in okay, never mind. This one is okay. Azika, please say something. You'll be too quiet, all right? So because I need to know also what actually you're discussing with Dela discussing with Rafiq. Okay. So 2.2 approaches, and then after that 2.3 related works to the feature selection. Hold on. After that, okay, and then you just get okay. At this point, you done all. All right. Okay. Good. So now you done all. Okay. My question is, I don't want to go detail yet at this point because I want to go planning. Okay. After that, now you are talking about when you do all this kind of thing. Actually, so now what kind of methodology that you would like to go? Which algorithm or what? How you going to handle your methodology? There you are here. So you're gonna go. You're gonna go Chuku, right? Okay. You're gonna take Chuku. I said Chuku, right? Okay, Chuku is something like you're going to go for Chuku with the improvise or okay, let me come here. Chuku with the okay, do you have to take Chuku? Azika, can you mention that day? What do you mention about Chuku? Which Chuku actually you're talking about?
Yeah.
Binary. So binary you compare to what actually Ali is doing is under binary, right? So
Ali is mati objective.
objective. So by doing binary. But Ali tak ada binary dia buang. I think he got before but he take out because too much. So alright, so you're going to go binary, but okay, so do you have a sample of the algorithm? Do you have a Chuku algorithm with you or not now? You managed to get anyway? So you said you want to go for Chuku, right? So now the algorithm COA, okay, COA somehow that do you do okay now with literature? COA is the one, the existing one. Are you going? Okay, what's the contribution toward this? Is it application of COA to the new domain or is it to the domain of what you're talking about. The domain, right? The domain, actually, you are focusing on the domain, right? The domain of the have.
Yeah, the cancer one.
Domain is cancer. Cancer is cancer, right?
G.
Okay, cancer, right? So I want to ask you whether the cuckoo that you are doing now, okay, is it something new to the cancer data or not? New. Okay, if new, gene, right? But what about the data set that actually you're dealing with? That's why we have to be very firm, you know, to know what's going on here. Okay, now never mind. Let's let me copy here, because now I want to make sure that we are discussing things exactly to what we're supposed to discuss. You know, if not, we're going to take longer time for discussion. All right. Hold on. Okay, can you show me back the algorithm just now? The data works, the diagram just now. This is your framework. Can I see your literature review just now?
Chapter 2
Chapter 2.
diagram.
Yeah. Alright, never mind. Okay, sure that one. You hold that. Never mind. I don't want to see section. I want to see the big picture first. Never mind. It's okay. Overview, right? Okay, so let me, and then after that I will take over. Okay. Alright, now I will take over the screen now and let's discuss about this matter, right? Alright, you see here. Okay, let's discuss about what's the plan supposed to be, right? Okay, now you say that you already covered this one. Okay, this is the one that actually you're doing. You already covered that one. And then now, okay, now you are saying just now you're going to go on binary cuckoo optimization. Is it this one? Okay. All right, fine. Okay, now. Can I have a, can you tell me what data set you're talking about? Can you give me what data set? No, can you show me? I know, just call the name first. I know, I want to know the name. What is the name of the data set? Azika, can you share with me what data set? Okay, you can share again. I want to take that one. Can you share again that one? You share again because I want to focus that we are talking about the main thing first. Then it's going to time. Yeah. Can you show me that one? Are you taking? Are you want to show me by your screen? You want to share screen or not? Okay. Yeah, take over. Take over from my screen.
You
You
have
can
to
take over.
reshare again lagi.
You reshare. All right. You sekarang kat mana? Zika dekat lab eh?
Tak kat bilik tu.
Oh, I mean, apa? Yiwi dah ada kat lab kot. Okay. Alright. Is there, okay, can I see the description? Written one, not the actual data. Oh, you had the data, right? That's good. But can I see, do you write somewhere in your documentation? No. In your documentation, chapter 2 or chapter 3, you mention about the data set, your chapter 3, not yet? Okay, can I see where is the one actually being mentioned or paper? Because I want to know that. I want to know that one. Paper or what mentioning about this data set? Can you show me that paper? Tak sempat dia bincang dengan you Azika sebab my saudara call sejam cakap.
Oh.
Saya ingat nak siapkan kerja. Banyak pula lah kerja. Siap. Alright. Can you show me that data set? This one 2018. Then good. This data set, right? Never mind. It's okay. Can I see data set below? I want to snapshot that one. Yeah, I need that. Yeah, that data. Okay, where's the data? Alright. The data set. Yeah, that I saw before this paper. That should be okay. Mm. Okay, this one. Okay, you hold on over there. Okay, let me copy. You take the data set, right? Microarray data set. This one, huh? Okay, which one? All or some? Okay, which one? Okay, which one? Do you have anything? Ovary, cancer, which one? Ovary, and then, okay. Ovarian cancer. Uh-huh. And one only? Are you taking one only or few? Are you taking one data set only or few others as well? Press, huh? Okay. All right. Okay, so let me copy. No, no mind. Let me copy that. This is a class, is a binary class, correct? It's the two classes, right? That should be okay because it's medical data set. Which you just justify actually this data coming from which paper. Okay, I think should be okay. Because this data set actually is a medical data set. So that's a common to have very few. But maybe one is not enough. Maybe you can take breast, ovarian, which is mainly very yeah. Yeah, maybe ovarian. Okay, even can go to MNL. And it's all cancer, right? MNL 20,000 or so. Whatever. Okay, never mind. Maybe you go for two first. Okay, never mind. That one I shouldn't be, I don't see there's a problem with that. Okay, all right. So let me take over from there again. I take over and then I will see that. Just okay. All right. So you can see this one, right? So now, do you already write your objective or not yet? Okay, never mind. Firstly want to see objective first. So anyway, okay, just now I see. Okay, can you copy objective and put it in this message? Yeah, then no, I don't see. Maybe you can because now I'm taking over the screen again. So maybe you just copy your objective and put it down. I will copy here. You just copy in the message in the chat. Just copy in the chat. All right, thank you. Right, so all right, good. Okay, let me see here, right? So let me write down here your objective. Yes, correct. So very true. All right. So now let's see on this one, objective here, right? So propose a filter based this one, an abbreviation between correlation. Let me copy somewhere here. I can see better. Oh yeah, I need to have something like
Rap.
because
Text.
rap, tapi rap nanti kan terkabur je pula. Ada macam ni kot. So I rap dulu ni. Alright, can see better. Alright. Propose a filter wrapper. Are you going to go filter wrapper or not? Based on the FF approach, based on, never mind, the language can come later. Hybridization between correlation based and binary cuckoo. Okay, and do you think there's a lot here? And then, Azika, is it what suggested or is come from him? Correlated based from him.
Correlated, yeah, additional by Ragit.
Okay. Now I want to ask whether which one is new here compared to the literature. This objective number 1, right? Objective number 1. What's new? Can I know? Mm-hmm. Okay, so you're going to have something like correlation. So the correlation is a new things that you're going to add, right? Okay. Okay, so correlation based. Okay, so means correlation you are discussing in your literature or not? Correlation. Do you discuss correlation? Yeah, but means that correlation be discussed, right, in literature? Okay, good. And so I want to check with that. Okay, so I want to check with that. So your correlation is discussed, but correlation is not part of the cuku, right? Okay. Right. So now you're going to put correlation based this one and this one binary. Okay. Now I want to know whether correlation and binary. So you want on binary. It's something like binary. It is not. Okay. What's the name of the cuku optimization? Is it called binary cuku optimization? Is it? Or yeah. So in a way, that's not binary. Binary is more on data, correct? Okay. Yeah, so it means that you are dealing with that. So you don't have to mention binary name right here. So you don't have to mention
Tapi
binary.
ada exist the
Ada ke?
name
Okay, what's
binary
the
cuckoo
existing?
search
Okay,
algorithm.
what is existing algorithm that you want to tag on? That you want to add correlation? Do you remember? You know what I mean? So is the cuckoo now correct binary cuckoo optimization?
Macam?
Okay,
Tak
is
faham.
there any current algorithm in the literature that you want to tag on correct binary cuckoo optimization? Oh, okay. So, and then you're going to add correlation, right? On top of the
Betul.
binary. It means that you have one. Okay. Now the current one called it BCOA, correct? That's a current one. BCOA. It's current. Okay. You want to add on a correlation, correct? To this, to BCOA, correct? All right. So this has become like contribution. Contribution to the algorithm. Correct or not? Yes, that's a contribution. Because, okay, there's so far, okay, so far, is there any correlation BCOA or not? So far, in the literature, is there any correlation to BCOA or not? Okay, but if let's say now, okay, they got this way. They got 2A contribution, all right? Let's say there is no correlation to BCOA, there's no correlation added to BCOA yet. Okay, then you can say that contribution to the algorithm because you add something to the existing BCOA. Okay, but you have to see why you want to add correlation. You have to get the reason. Huh? Okay. Okay. All right. So you have the reason. That's fine. I want to know that only. Later on, the detail is okay. But it means that you have justification why you want to add correlation. Correct? Okay. If let's say in your literature was able later on, maybe you can try to say lah, there's no correlation so far. Actually add on to BCOA. Then your contribution is the new correlation to BCOA. It's one contribution. Okay. Number two, there's no correlation yet to the BCOA. So you're going to implement, you're going to propose a correlation to BCOA as one of your work on the here, on the chapter number 1. Right? So with that, it means that your contribution is a new algorithm. I mean, not new, we call it improvised algorithm. Okay? Improvised algorithm. That's number 1. You get what I mean? So this the one become your contribution. Let's write here contribution, right? Okay. And also your contribution here as well for the objective number 1 actually is applications to the cancer dataset. Okay, that's contribution number 2. You see? Okay, if you BCOA with correlation. Okay, first and second. Yeah, wait. Let me finish. This is contribution number 1, the contribution number 2. 1, okay, and then this number 1, and this number 2. Right? Okay, from the objective number 1 only, Now you have another one, BCOA performance. Okay, now you want to improvise the hyperparameters. Correct? Objective number 2. Okay, what hyperparameter you want to do here? What kind of what's your mind so far? Don't know yet. Okay, never mind. So now this one contribution here is a hyperparameter. Here. So you have 3 contributions here. You got what I mean? So in this case, you have 3. One is objective number 1. Usually can go 1, but here I can see it's a new algorithm. Okay, and application to a cancer dataset. Okay, and then number 3 is hyperparameters. Okay, actually, sometimes you can do this way. You can do this way, but it's going to be three objectives. Objective number 1, you're going to apply the current just BCOA to the cancer dataset. Okay, so objective number 1. So it means that your contribution number 1 is application of the cancer dataset to the cuckoo, to the binary BCOA. Provided there is no BCOA never been applied to any of the cancer dataset yet, then you can claim objective number 1, contribution number 1. You know what I mean? Let's say, let me write here. Let's say, got already. Then you cannot claim. So you cannot claim this one, so you cannot claim. This one you can claim with the new, this one you cannot claim. So you can claim 2 only. Because you already have cancer application to cuckoo. Then you cannot claim. You got what I mean? You cannot claim contribution for that. So you can claim this one only. Okay? This one you can claim. But it's okay. 2 already 2, That should be good enough. Okay, that's what it means that I want to make sure that you are on the right track. Okay, as of this one now, I think it's good. Okay? Alright, so it means that you're going to go with this one, maybe improvise a little bit here and there, that's fine. Maybe the title here, the change whatever between, because for me here, maybe the way you write the objective is not that accurate, but we can understand. Propose a filter wrapper. Okay, why filter wrapper? I will see that based on FS approach, based on hybridization between environment. So many base here between this one. So we can rewrite this one. So it means that you're going to add on correlation to binary cuckoo. Okay, after that, to improve the performance or not BCOA, performance of CFS BCOA, correct? With the hyperparameters. Okay, you are not improvise the BCOA. You're going to provide the new algorithm, the one actually developed objective number 1. Okay, you're going to propose a new. You're going to have some propose and something like the word develop and measure. Evaluate. Okay, develop and evaluate. Blah 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 blah. Here, maybe that one you can follow Azika objective lah. Develop and evaluate. Okay, something. After that, then you call this one as CFS BCOA. There's a new algorithm that you name, right? Now, this one is a new algorithm that you name, right? Correct. The red color. This one is your algorithm, right? The proposed algorithm, correct? Alright. Okay, when count number 2, you're going to improvise the performance of this red color. Okay, not the BCOA. Okay, the new one, your baby. So you're going to do your baby here. Okay, this one. Correct? So it means that you're going to, because it's come from the objective number 1, objective number 2 followed number 1. So it means that after I do this, I'm going to improvise with something. Okay, so this is good. Okay, because this is optimization. I'm very comfortable Super optimization actually. Okay, so this one. No, it's okay. Never mind. Because now we're talking about the is a featured approach, right? So what's your concern? What's your concern with Dr. JC? I don't get it. No, Dr. JC doesn't mention about this. It just mentioned that you must have something. But I can see here, maybe you want to go on the cancer data set. That's later on lah. But we know already we're going to focus this cancer data set. Okay, when cancer data set, then in your literature, you must have also cancer data set. Nah? You must have something on cancer data set. Okay, because now I can see that actually later on you
The
have to put something.
application maybe?
Application?
I
But
thought they're
but
supposed to have application.
no, you have to. You have to mention about cancer data set in somewhere in your literature. Uh-huh. Yeah. Mm, but do you do the BCOA in your literature or not? Okay. Can you have here BCOA? Yeah. Okay, but now I'm talking about what I'm talking about. You also have to cover your cancer coverage inside your literature as well. The cancer, your domain, because now you have something. You got domain on cancer. You want to go study feature selection on the cancer, on the cancer domain, because it means that you want to add feature selection a little bit on the focus on this cancer. So the way you go is on the cancer data set. Kat mana AC, Azika? The best one.
Hmm. Hmm. I think you can add one
You
section
must
for
have
like
you
application
must add
of
one
feature
section
selection like that.
about the cancer.
Application of feature selection.
No, we're not talking about papers here now. We're talking about section you have to add in your literature. Somewhere here.
If you refer to Ali thesis, right, Ragit, there is one section that he said application of feature selection. Under that part, I think you can cover on the cancer domain.
Maybe. Mm. You know what I mean? You know what Azika's mean, right? You see,
Yeah, if you refer back to Ali thesis, there is one section that he did is actually named as application of feature selection, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly. Under that application, you can discuss on the domain related to cancer domain and other domains that actually dealing with the feature selection as well. Yes. So from there you can add the data set that you are cover over here, include inside there.
okay, let me see application. We got application.
I
Related
think
works.
related works on feature selection.
This is a work. This is a
But
method.
this one is
Method.
on the algorithm. But
He doesn't have that, I
maybe
think. Dia tak ada. Because he's not focusing on any.
yeah. So maybe you can add one more. But somehow the way should be imitate that one lah. Should be imitate the related work tu. Right. Kan tak kan? Should be
Okay, it depends, What's the title now? What's the title name now? What's the title now? Can I like? We have to give a title first. Then we can talk later. Can we discuss about title? Okay, what the current title? What's the current title? Can you just copy and put it in the easier. Easier. Okay, just right here. Then I can cut and paste easier. All right. Okay, just come out here, right? So it means that okay, this is the current one. Okay, so this title here, right? Okay, this is old title. Okay, now let's talk about the new title, right? Okay, the filter, still right? The filter, wrap, base, feature selection, technique. Okay, I don't know, you want to have one or one only. Feature selection. Until later on, we can call the name lah. Never mind. Okay, cancel. That's it. Okay. Yeah, but we can improvise from there. All right. Let's say retail wrapper. This one you can call something. Okay, maybe now you have one more, right? Your contribution correlation base. Filter wrapper correlation base. Filter wrapper filtration correlation base. All right. Let me type like that. Filter wrapper correlation base feature selection because you want to go for correlation and maybe cuckoo. You have to mention cuckoo now. Correct? Cuckoo, right? So because you have to cuckoo. Okay, cuckoo optimization algorithm. So let's put it here and then see how it's going to work. All right. Filter wrapper. So you don't have filter wrapper now. You put it cuckoo optimization algorithm. Cuckoo. How you put here? You don't want to mention wrapper because this cuckoo actually algorithm for with dominating sorting mechanism. Because this is at least one. I try to see how we can something like this Ali one. You know, how we can take advantage of what this one. Okay, Ali one cuckoo optimization algorithm with non-dominating sorting mechanism. So cuckoo optimization algorithm with correlation non-dominating sorting mechanism. Let me try something. Cuckoo usually the cuckoo optimization algorithm with, let me try somewhere. Usually I will do my typing somewhere here and then copy here. Usually I'm not good in doing it from Excel. I'm using good in doing from Word. And then cut and paste like that. Okay. So now it's cuckoo optimization algorithm with non-dominating. So it's okay. Sorry, let's need for that one. Cuckoo optimization algorithm. Let me see whether can I something like this one with correlation based features. Okay, let me try and see whether it works nice or not here now. Okay, here. Cuckoo optimization algorithm with correlation based feature selection techniques in cancel data set. Does it sounds good? This one. Okay, cuckoo optimization algorithm with correlation based feature selection technique for cancer dataset. Sorry, for. Okay, not. Is it okay? Is it okay tak? What do you think?
Yep. I think clear.
Or binary, or maybe you already mentioned no need. I think
Oh
no need.
yeah, kena lebih.
Binary.
Tapi dia lain, different algorithm like the Cocoa optimization and binary
Okay,
Cocoa
okay.
optimization.
Yeah.
Kena
Binary lah. Okay. Oh, sorry. Not here. Sorry. Not here. Wrong. It's here. I want to know whether you want to put cancer because now means that your domain is cancer now. If you put it here, it means that your domain become cancer already, which is means that it's very focused. You know, in this way it means that that's why now that's why we have to discuss about it. So if you mention about that because you discuss so many things and they become very diluted. So you have to cut. You have to only. That's why you must have something like cancer dataset become the top one. Because this is your domain, you call it domain, then you have to put it on the top first. Cancer become important element. If this title like this. Because when we mention about 4, it means that your your domain problem is cancer. So your literature is supposed to be the top one. It's something like you discuss about cancer dataset among the first one before you go to approaches. Or maybe before you go to maybe talking about filter, everything. Something like you try to connect cancer dataset, something like it can be the cancer dataset, and then it's very big. The features high, feature blah 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 blah, and then you're talking about features. Then talking about all the feature selection technique. So it means talking about the wrapper, talking about the filter, but you come with the cancer dataset with the high dimension first. You agree with me, Alika? So it means that your cancer dataset become the top one. The one that discuss before you discuss about anything about the approaches of the filter or wrapper, something like that. Betul tak, Zika? Correct, eh? You got what I mean here? You agree with me or not? Right. Now, it means that in this kind of title, right, for cancer dataset, right, which is you have about 3 or 4 what you're talking about. Now you become very focused. So it means that you are talking about the cancer dataset feature selection that you focus on the cancer dataset. Alright, so we're saying the cancer dataset like that. So it means that your literature review, the cancer dataset become the top one before you're discussing about the 2.2. It become like it taking over first one. And then it derive you because of the characteristic of the cancer dataset is a very big dimension. And after that, you're talking about approaches, blah, 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 blah. So it means that you are going to you're going to scope down to this particular data set, this particular characteristic. What do you think? You don't worry about it first, if your data, if something like you're trying to see in the way that here, that it's okay. I think it's okay. Because now you don't do that way, then you're not covering your domain. And suddenly your data set is using cancer, but yet you're not covering in your literature. That's not good. You don't worry about literature now. Okay, you don't worry about literature now because you know actually when to find, but the time is not yet. It's point like this. That's why literature you can stop because now you're doing partial already. It's okay. It seems that you already know what to do, right? But you don't do nice. You don't write nice yet. That's okay. You have time for it later on. But we want to discuss about doing the title like this. We know what's supposed to be done. And after that, we also know that, okay, what kind of method you want to do when you want to start your experiment. Okay, writing literature, usually people will write it later. But you already have in your mind what is supposed to be covered, but not covering now. You don't have to worry about it now. But you know that actually this is the idea. Okay, that's how we discuss after this, the time, that how you want to go about, which one to touch first, which one touch later, But the idea is like this. So it means that it's going to be your title like this, it's going to be coverage like this, and then you already know that actually later on literature you have to cover this way. Right, that one later. You don't have to worry about it now. Because I can see that you're so worried about literature. No, do not have to. Literature is important to guide you, but to have a refined literature, we can talk about it later. As long as you already know what you're going to target. Okay? So, because I tell you, I read a student thesis, are very poor, but now you know your mindset. So that's why we have to have something like focusing on that. All right. So did we agree this way? Then after that, we can go and discuss about the things detail. Okay, Azika, you agree with this one? Do you have any problem or not, you think, dengan tajuk biru ni?
No, I think quite
Okay, yeah?
clear.
Okay, yeah? So it means that
Yep.
cancer domain, you're going to talk on after the literature review, you're going to talk about cancer domain first, correct? Yes, but
Yes.
you're not going to do it now. Don't worry about it. Okay, don't worry about it. You're not going to do it now. But you know that you're going to touch on that. But you don't have to worry because you already had the data. No issue. You already have paper to say to guide you, right? But you writing the literature later part. Okay, as of now, we can discuss about other matters first, right? Okay. So with that, this is a title that you're going to be. Okay, title going to be like this, huh? Okay, so now means something because my main concern is you have correlation, this is very important. Okay, you have binary algorithm here, which is also very important. All right. So this one, oh, why blue? Because actually I want to make it like red color. Okay, this is the one, and this is the one here. All right. Okay. Right, this is the kind of thing here, right? Okay. And then, okay, now let's talk about what we're supposed to do. What is action plan lah? Action plan, right? Okay, item number 1, item number 2. Okay, what I'm supposed to do now? Okay, number 1, what I'm supposed to do now? You're supposed to do. Okay, what's action you plan to do? Okay, algorithm, right?
Mm-mm.
Let's say just type. Okay, algorithm BCOA. Okay, BCOA. Let me BCOA. Right? Okay. Okay, status. Let me see. Status. Whether it's status okay or not? Status. Right. Do you have algorithm BCOA with you now? Do you have any algorithm that you retrieve somewhere BCOA? Yeah, the code. Okay. So your friend will find BCOA? Your friend will help you to find BCOA. Okay. Now, is there any other than waiting for your friend? Is there any way that we can go online and looking for BCOA code, pseudocode?
If you try go through GitHub
Ah,
repository again.
okay. Teacher selection. I don't know why Ali, he didn't back up his work. Pening lah. You back up kerja you.
Oh, masuk kat cloud dah.
I asked him to give me the general BCOA, somewhere. He said he would try, but I don't know whether he managed to get it or not. Yeah, because now actually you have to start working. Okay, this is going to be one of the top. Never mind. Let's put item attention first. All right. All right. That's what is supposed to be done. Okay. Number 2, because this is the objective number 1. You have to go for correlation base, right? Okay. After you do this one, you add correlation base. Correct or not? Correlation to the BCOA. This is what you're supposed to do lah. Okay, of course it's no, right? This one and then okay. Okay, number 3. Data is okay. Okay, data okay, data set okay, Oh,
think can put aside first that data because currently Rakit already got like 3 data set, right?
But which data
So
set actually
can
cannot convert
we
the CSV? You're talking about the data set, right? Breast cancer and ovarian. Okay. So now we're going to go for breast cancer, breast, and then ovarian, right? And then the one is ovarian. Okay. Breast and ovarian, right? You have the data. Any problem with this data? Okay, then we focus this one. Never mind. Can you focus this one first? You have this one, right? Never mind. You talk later that one. You already have 2. That should be okay. That one come later. Because more importantly, you have data already. Sample, two data set. Okay, breast and also ovarian. Okay. And then, okay, now we have here and ovarian cancer, right? Okay, so no problem, right? Okay, so you can start already, to work if you have algorithm. That's my main concern. Because you want to keep your ball rolling to get a mood as well. Once you've done one with breast, you can go to ovarian. After that, any other data should be no problem. Okay, so work on one first is okay, then the rest will be okay lah. I mean, it has some hiccup here and there, but not that much. It's not main. It's not major. Correct? So it's okay data set. But now the main thing is to get this algorithm. Let's be know. Okay, now correlation. Let's do one by one here what is supposed to be done. All right? From the methodology point of view. Okay. That means that add correlation to BCOA, and after that you're going to do improve. Okay. Improve performance. Parameter now. Parameter, what is the problem here? Okay. Improve by parameter. Okay, parameter, right? So parameter here, the issue is that you don't know yet. Okay, issue, you don't know, no parameter, you not identify yet. You don't identify yet, right? Okay, right. So you know this is going to be outstanding. Serial number. Okay, my point is now, do you have any idea that actually what kind of parameters is related to number 1? Okay, where you get this idea of hyperparameter? Sekarang ada sekarang dia pasal hyperparameter. Oh, the paper has that. It's okay. So the paper have hyperparameter, is it? Okay. It's okay. You can get it later, right? It's okay. You can identify but it come later. But this is not going to be your priority now. Priority 1 is the one, correct? This is the most priority. This is the one. Okay, because you don't have any base yet. You don't have any code yet. That's the most important one, correct or not? Okay. But after, and also add a correlation later on, because this one you already put in literature, so I don't worry about it. So now there is the improve parameters. Okay, and then okay, now we're talking about the date, right? Let's say I just want to make sure that actually the date it is where are we now? Okay, here, right? Okay. You must be done by this date. This one. So you have more time here. And then you have to develop from this here, you have to develop that you have to be finished by, let's say, 1st August. Let's say lah. Or whatever, no. Maybe experiment had to be done by when? We had to put some kind of timeline. How long we had to spend experiment before we discuss about documentation, about the thesis writing, I mean dissertation writing. Do you agree with me that way? So it means that as of now, is you going to be develop your algorithm first. So we are not going to talk about writing anything right now. So you just do programming, you just do development chapter 3 first. Then later on, you're going to do a writing. So as for now, it means that you're going to focus on the developing this one. Okay, you can write somewhere here and there, a little bit here and there, then update whatever here and there, but you're not going to write something very precise until you are done with the algorithm. But of course, usually we're done, when you're writing, you have to redo, you have to revisit and then retest everything. That's common. Because when you write, you found out that, oh, it's not enough, then you redo again, experiment. That's common. But we're talking about now, we're talking about the main algorithm you want to develop and to get something. Okay, so now there is a time for you, with the time now, to start doing this. Because I can see that you don't have any much issue. I don't find any issue here. So because you already, you have a paper to back up you. So we go by this title, by this experiment, and we go by this title. Yeah, I afraid that you wait for your friends, take some time. What if they say you cannot find it? You know, you waste your time for that, right? So is there any way, Zika, boleh tak search for the GitHub? Anybody can help, that can do now, not later, no?
Yeah, I think possible to do that.
Bukan you, mana you, kalau bukan you, siapa dia tolong? Looking for the looking at GitHub, tak pandai sangat. GitHub, looking for that BCOA. Get BCOA code.
Boleh.
Tak, you boleh nak buat ke? Ataupun minta tolong orang ke macam mana?
Siapa nak minta tolong?
Siapa yang pandai-pandai algorithm ni? GitHub ni tak pandai sangat. Who is good? Do you have anyone, actually your friends, I mean, because your friend now is busy, right? This cannot help you like now, right? You have to wait for 1 week. No, I mean that because you said your friend will only help you about 10 days from now, which is I have concern. 10 days is not it's long. No, I don't want you to write now. I don't want you to write now. With a time like this, you have to write, you have to do experiment first. And get the result, everything, get the good result, you got to enhance everything, because sometimes usually programming will take you a little bit time because you don't used to it or something like that. So you have to do some kind of things first here. Because the rest I see that it's more that, you already, it's a literature, you already some documentation over there, you already know what to do, you already have identified the main things. It shouldn't be a much issue. Writing is another case that we have to see how the flow will go. Right, but my concern is more on the performing the algorithm. So in a way that the focus is on that one. I understand actually you wait for your friends. But is your friend basically will get it for you or not? I mean, potentially maybe you will say, I'm sorry, I couldn't get it. Afraid that. He can or he can't. C-A-N? C-A-N. 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 C-A-N means can. Can't. Okay, can't means cannot. This one can. C-A-N. So he can help you, right? Oh, so because of that, then for the meantime, then you would like to go for writing. What do you think, Azika? We're waiting for him. Or you ask him again. Is it currently he's busy, is it? Your friends currently busy? Okay. So okay, Azika, biarlah macam tu
Tu lah.
Because orang lain pun, okay, never mind. I think we can wait that way. For the meantime, maybe you can, as what you said, plan while waiting for him. Okay, I will give you this one. Maybe we can discuss. Okay, there's a few things to note, right? Okay, this date, again, also this date. Okay, so important for to see that. Okay, this one never mind. This one you upload also whatever not finished copy also I don't mind. As long as I know what's going on. But Of course, means that you 25th July somehow your writing must be there. Must be there lah, because we also want to check your flow. But by this one, if let's say, we have to see your data, I mean your flow or writing, is it okay or not? So we need time also to check. And after that, you need time also to change. Right not? So we can say actually now is a 3rd July. Sorry, 3rd June. Right? So you have about, I can see that when actually you should finish your programming. Can we roughly do something, because when you can start writing? You know what I mean? Because it means that you have to finish writing by 25th July. Yeah, by 25th July, we finish writing. Okay, let me see. I'm writing here. Okay, let's start here. Okay, writing thesis. Sorry, dissertation, right? All right. So, end date. Date here is going to be 25th July, right? Okay, like that. Okay, after that, you're going to do some kind of the, something like review and correction. Okay, correction, huh? Okay. Okay, this one. Okay, okay, don't now mean something like thinking about 1st August, something of mine. That's one. And also that what's important here is upload soft copy submission. Which, yes, yeah, you're right. You're right. You have to send some people. Let's talk about be putting this thing first. And then at least that we would like to see what actually expectation. And from here, whether what time that you have, how much time that you have. All right, this is the one here. Okay, the pin that here 25th July. So when your algorithm supposed to complete? What date? What going to be because you want to write already, So are you saying that starting here? Okay, when to start? This is a date. Sorry, can I put here? Okay, this is the date. Right. All right. So it means that, okay, now writing dissertation, when you're going to start again? Okay, because from here, you're going to see when is going to finish your algorithm. Because you see or not, 25th July is finished writing, right? Or maybe earlier, whatever here. But when to start writing? So how long you had time to do a programming? Can you put something here? Yeah. The one you write it, but it's not really firm. So you're going to be, okay. So you start writing, you can start as well. What date actually you think you can start writing? Can you put a date? I mean, maybe you can say that you can start writing now anyway, but even maybe middle of June also can. You can start writing now, right? But your algorithm finish at what? When it's supposed to finish? So if not, never mind. If you cannot put it now, it's okay. I can give this one to you. Just this is something like our plan, our main plan. Then you can write something here. So that update something like that. This is very raw, never mind. So from here that I can see clearer what actually our plan going to be. Okay, this one is okay. So let me come up something and six. No need, not now. Later. I mean that unless you have time. But I can say that don't worry about writing now. You do experiment first. I mean, you can write here and there. You can change if you have time. You can do now. But my main concern, my main focus is to do experiment. But if you cannot do it now, you want to change, fine. With our whatever that we agree. Okay. Yeah. I mean, this one that actually the code is all about this objective based on this one. You have to do based on this objective. Okay. You can. I mean, you have time now. You want to do, okay, now. Chapter 1, you want to change according to what we agree here, also can. Okay, I'll make it this way, right? I don't want to read every single what you write now because I think you're still in the middle or trying to find here and there. So I don't want to read anything yet now. I want to see big picture first. Okay, you're actually, I can say research question supposed to be feeding to this objective. Okay, so your objective correct, then your question also correct. Okay, sorry, objective. Okay, I don't want to spend a kind of time, checking, and yet maybe change. I don't want that now. But you know what it means here, because here also maybe change slightly here and there. It may also change it slightly here and there, but it should be okay. Oh, okay. All right, that's okay. So as long as how do you improve? Okay, you can see here, feature selection, that's fine. I can change later, but this one is something to do with here. How you will design a feature selection, prove remote features and relevant of, okay, that's fine. That's fine here. All right. Okay, how do you improve feature selection? Okay. That's why talking about the how you're going to do a correct research question on objective number 2. That's the one how we improve the feature selection. Never mind. Don't worry about it. It's okay. I will check through here, but your pillar, I mean the one you hold on actually your objective. And then you had discussed about research question is supposed to be fit into your objective. And then after that, you go back, your problem statement also fit into this objective as well. But the storyline is a problem-based problem statement. And then research question style. And then objective style. But realize they are the same. But of course, when talking about the research question, you don't have some kind of the method yet. You just question how you're going to do this, how you're going to do that, how to improve, right? This one okay. For example, improve feature selection approach to choose provide the highest classification of accuracy. By feature selection approach, I can see actually number 1, number 2 is almost the same. Maybe we can improve later on because this one you want to talk about parameters. How we going to enhance the whatever here. But no worry about it. All right. So I can say that this is the one here. So when actually you can tell me later based on this date, right? When actually you can start. Okay, when you can start, what date to start? This is important. And what date to end? It's important as well. Okay, because from there, you can see actually, that you can write, starting writing with no problem. Even next week can start, no problem. Even now, so you can write, no problem, right? But it means that because you want to have something like hands-on on your, make your hands dirty as soon as possible. So write for this one. But you can see clearly, right? Now clear, right? More clearer. It's a clearer now what is supposed to be done. Correct or not? Okay. Yeah. So keep this one. I will share with you. Keep this one. Let me see. Right. This is no problem, right? So because I'm a little bit like relief for you now because you are identified a lot of things already. So okay, you have okay. So I can just okay. I mean, in a way, yes. In a way, your methodology, this one, right here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, but I can see here what do you mean by okay? Why you involve naive bias here? Okay. If you okay, make it this way, right? I don't know whether you come up with, but my question like this. I don't want to check the thing now, but we must confirm with this type objective. So it means that if naive bias is not, then there's no here. You got the correlation, right? So where's correlation? Where is correlation inside here? Where, where is your correlation inside this framework? The framework you must create. This is the objective number 1. Where's objective number 1? Where's objective number 2 here? Okay. Then wait. Objective number one is you going to have hybridization. So where is the correlation and the cuckoo here? You don't mention anything here, no? You don't mention about your method correlation based CFS BCOA here. There's no. You can see or not? You're not mentioning. You have to jive. Your this one had to jive with your objective. You have to follow this one. It means that they have to follow what actually you plan to do here as well. You must be reflect here. Okay, microarray dataset. If you plan not to call microarray, don't call microarray. You call it cancer dataset. Yeah, because microarray is more different meaning. So if you touch, you call it cancer, you call it cancer. You don't call different name. It's confusing. Okay, gene expression example. We are not mentioning about gene at all, right? Okay, if you're not mention about gene, don't mention about gene. You mention about what actually you put it in your literature. That's later lah. I mean, if you call it gene, unless you want to touch gene, but that's another angle. Because now the point is now I can see because your literature you don't do so much about the data set and about the cancer data yet. But that's why my point like this. If you don't touch the name gene, don't put gene here. It's going to be question. You know what I mean? You don't mention about what you don't touch. Are you going to touch gene expression or not? No, it's not understand. Are you going to touch? Are you going to talk about gene expression or not? Then don't put. Okay, that's why you sit down first and think about it. But this one is a lot of question because a lot of things you put it here is not inside here. So I don't know where you get it this one, where you get it gene expression, where you got this kind of thing. But gene subset, you don't do something you not understand and not something that you are not putting in your literature. It's going to be you're going to be asked a lot of questions for putting something that is not in your literature. Gene pre-floating. Why you call it genes? Cancer. You can put cancer is cancer, but what gene optimization? And then you're going to talk gene optimization in your literature. If you are not, don't put it that way. If let's say even our title is we're talking about this one, cancer dataset. So if you don't want to discuss about gene in the cancer dataset, your title gene cannot come out anywhere. The name gene. Because this is a different angle, no? It got different angle, it go different way. Okay, so what I'm saying here, whenever you mention inside here, the keyword must exist in your literature. That's the main thing here lah. So chapter 1 lah, okay, chapter 1 you can see on that. So maybe you want to write chapter 1 now can, but you have to see very careful on the genes, but because I don't know whether if you're talking about the cancer, you want to talk about gene or not. If the paper talking about gene, this kind of depending on you lah actually, by right. So I don't want to say it now because you must read and then see that one first. But my main concern is coverage. It should be okay. That's what I can say. But the detail one is up to you. How you're going to go about it on. Maybe when you read more, you see more comfortable of gene, you want to explain about gene, that's fine. Actually, the gene related to the cancer data set, that's fine. But it must be covered. Whatever you put it in your methodology, it must be covered in your literature. Okay. Yeah, I know. But I usually when I want to see, I will see the whole picture. Okay, so if it's good that if you can give me the table of content of the literature. Then the way something like just now, like just now, right? How to go about how to cover something like that. Then I mean together with details lah, right? But I always want to see a table of content of that particular portion because I want to see the flow. Okay, usually we want to make sure that actually the flow is smooth lah. Okay. So that is the thing. The only thing my reminder is if you want to put anything, that's okay, but make sure it's covered in your literature. That's the main thing. But that's okay if you want to put it, but put it there. If not, people say, oh, why are you mentioning this, but you're not in literature? Literature going to be your pillar to help you. Literature is all about putting in your literature, right? Chapter 2. You don't have to write it proper yet, but you're not actually going to cover that. Okay. All right. All right. So that's my point here lah, about this one. Jessica, ada anything tak? You're so quiet. You're quite quiet. Anything?
Listening to this one. No, so far I think quite okay already.
All right. So okay. So okay. Right. So you let me know. Okay, I give you this one. I share this one all of you. You can change. You can something like just update here, and then you can share again if you got any update. Basically, this is something like a raw draft lah, a scrapbook, right? But I prefer to write it in this kind of form. That's how I put it my ideas. That's my style. The way I want to go here and there. So that's why that's the way I'm thinking. A top down person. So then I see this one, and after that, then I see this, and after that, you want to move and act locally. So act bit by bit from there. But you already have a big picture, what to expect, when to expect to be done. So what is supposed to be done, when it's supposed to be start here and there. That's my main here. Where you just update later on when you're going to start doing the coding. Okay. So yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Can. You can write here as well. You can update here, just put it here. Also can. This is something like a big map. You can put it here, put it, just update here, just to get something, a big picture about what actually you're going to do. That's one actually. Let me put it this way, somewhere here. What? I don't get it. What do you mean? No, I think you should redo. You should redo based on this one. Based on this one. Based on this one, the objective, you must write your framework. This one. Based on this one. Based on this one. Based on the objective, then you write this. So all the things here, objective here must exist here. Okay? That's the thing here. Right? So we will check. Usually, I will check your framework. Any student framework based on the objective. So whatever the objective must exist in the framework. Something like that. Okay, so this is the one here. Let me try to put somewhere here, just to get an idea for that. All right. So I can see actually coverage okay, right? So you can start working on it lah. And then anything you can update from this one. So there's a title that we're going to go here. Put the title here now. There's a title. All right. So okay, anything else? Right. Okay, so anything maybe you can ask Azika as to help as well. Let's say I'm quite tired out, then Azika can help you on this. But you can see actually now it's more on, never mind. I hope it's okay for you automation because you don't take automation class. But anyway, I think should be okay lah because a lot of codes available. Somehow that's more like Python. I don't know. Usually Python is it? Automation, they Python.
Python got also right. Nowadays got quite a lot Python code as well
Python
for
code, right.
optimization.
I'm not so sure.
They have one
Adi
package.
pakai apa?
Ali Python, I think.
Python.
I think, but I can't remember correctly.
Okay, all right, right. So inshallah, I think I can see it actually. If you have time, no worry about it. You still can go you still got a lot. It's about 2 months. 2 months actually, a lot of things can be done if you already have a plan. Should be okay. Right, you can see clearly it actually is the one can be done, and then you have a contribution as well, and you have focus area. Should be good. No, no, no. You don't have to. There's no correlation in the binary. Should be okay. It's okay. It's okay. Never mind. You don't have to mention that. If you don't have to. Usually, sometimes sometimes we don't really take lah, right? Because you want to justify that you want to do something correlation. So usually you don't quote any something but any algorithm that already have correlation because you want to say that your contribution to that, right? So as of now, I think you don't find it, that's fine. Because usually we as an examiner as well, sometimes we don't really check, so much unless you are already expert on the area. So continue whatever you're doing right now. That should be okay. All right. Sometimes even if they say there's a correlation, also somebody let's say pinpoint, oh, this correlation already exists. But sometimes the correlation also slight different with what you're doing. You still can justify. Still. Although maybe someone, let's say they are expert lah, examiner expert. Oh, by the way, there's a correlation based feature selection with the binary cuckoo. That he code that work. If you are not copying that work, usually your work is going to be slight different. You can still justify actually this is my contribution. With a slight change, here and there, should be no problem. Unless you are copying other people's work. If you are not copying, humans are very unique, right? So whenever we're doing, always not going to be the same with others, unless we are copying other people's work. So if you're not copying, suddenly you come up with new ideas or correlation. Somehow, somebody else, oh, it already exists with this BCOA, with the correlation. But since you do never see that paper, your work's not going to be 100% the same. And then we still can justify where it still is slight different here and there. No issue on that. Okay? All right. Okay, inshallah. So I will share this with you all. Okay. Yes, all right. So thank you.
Thank you. All the best,
All the
Sari.
best, inshallah. Okay, Assalamualaikum. Bye-bye. Assalamualaikum. Have a good weekend. Okay, I'm going to KL this tonight. Okay. But anyway, doesn't matter, right? Online, yeah. Yeah, doesn't matter, right? Because I'm KL, not KL, we're still online. Should be no problem. Zika, please don't go out. Tunggu. Okay, thank you. I say Zika, I just want to discuss something with Zika. Right. Okay, Assalamualaikum.